Well, the premiership's been decided and our top four has also been finalised, but there's still plenty to play for in the penultimate round of the premiership season in the Herald Women's Premier League. It is the New Lambton Eagles hosting the South Wallsend Wolves today in our match of the round on Bar TV Sports. Both teams looking to build momentum for the last title that is left to be decided, with the final series starting in a couple of weeks.
And repeat after me.
And of course, New Lambton coming into this one.
We say no to domestic violence.
Off their first loss of the season last weekend, so they'll be looking to get back to winning ways.
And yes to ending the silence. Domestic violence is never okay. Thank you all.
So we're back now, so we're just getting ready again after that important message over the PA. So as we said, so New Lambton come into this one off the back of their first loss of the campaign last weekend against Warners Bay. So they'll be looking to bounce back, and of course Coach Keelan Hamilton saying during the week in the Newcastle Herald that they are of course looking to play themselves back into form after a couple of scratchy performances. For South Wallsend, there's a little bit more at stake. There's an opportunity here to advance a ladder position today, particularly given that the two teams immediately above them, Warners Bay and Merewether, are in fact also playing each other just this afternoon as well. So they come into this one on 38 points. It's Warners Bay in second on 41, who've made the trip into Myambla Crescent to face Merewether, who are third on 40. Of course, New Lambton out in front on 50 points. And as we said, that premiership was decided a couple of weeks ago. We'll run through the teams in a sec just after we get a kick-off. So the team's just assembling in their huddles at the moment, and we should have a whistle soon to get us underway at Alder Park. I'm Daniel Herrero taking you through the call this afternoon on what is pretty decent looking Newcastle day. So we are under the sun. It's not bad for winter, and not much wind to speak of at the moment. So decent conditions for play for the girls out there. So it's a New Lambton Eagles, the host today in their customary blue kit, against Southie in their standard yellow and red, and it is going to be the hosts that will kick us off. So we are underway for round 20 in the Herald Women's Premier League, and our match of the round at Alder Park. It's the New Lambton Eagles versus the South Wallsend Wolves. And for the hosts, it is a stable lineup. It's been that way basically all season. So it is Imogene Tomasone in goals, number 1. Janet Kennedy wearing 5. Lisa Cochran, 6. Emily Wicks is in 7. Tara Andrews, who's been prolific in front of goal, is in 9. In fact, we've got one away at the moment already. It could be an early goal. It is an early goal for Lauren Allen. Chalk it up. It's just over 40 seconds in, and the New Lambton Eagles have gone in front. So Lauren Allen ends up in behind the back four and puts it away. And the Premiers are one up already. It's ironic, we were just talking about their most prolific goal scorer in Tara Andrews. It was the second most prolific that has opened the scoring here at Alder Park. So we'll continue with the lineup. Stacey Day in 11, Toria Campbell in 14. So we have a free kick. Sophie Jones in 16, Emmeline Pepper 17. The aforementioned Lauren Allen, who you just saw sticking it in the back of the net, in 21. And Kate Heap gets her first start of the season in Jersey number 33, the bench for New Lambton, Carolina Kacic, Georgia Ames, Imogen Tusek, Talia Gosner and Taylor Bride. For the visitors, it's not quite as straightforward, so there were a couple in doubt earlier this week due to injury. They've not been named. That's just been kept in at the moment by Gabrielle Brodie, I believe. We may have had a late jersey change there. Anyway, so it's Jessica Sanderson in goals for the Wolves. Right on cue. Ashley Brodigan, who scored a hat-trick last weekend, she's in number 4. It's Erin Wilson in 5. Alice Munro 6. Gemma Harrison is in 7. Madison Thornton 9. Eliza Tupper 10. Laura Burns 11. Brodie, we think, has switched back to 13. She was initially number 14 on the team sheet. We saw Melanie Price in 19 and Gemma Simon also starting in 23. Substitutes Madison Bradbury, Molly Jordan, Tomika Fuller, Freya Clifton, and we think that Sassika Seaborn may have been a late addition as well. So if we do spot her, she'll be in jersey number 8 a bit later. That's lobbed in by Brodie. It's a little bit to deal with. Gemma Simon has gone after it. Keeps it in play, although they may have given it up here. No, they've won it back, the Wolves. Thornton. Give that to Brodie, whose path is blocked, but it will be a corner for the Wolves. Can they fashion a reply quickly? Erin Wilson standing over it at the corner flag. You probably can't see the scoreboard from here, but it's been all New Lambton in the lower grades today. As the corner comes in, not bad shape. I think Simon was on the end of it. It's going to roll out for a goal kick. And so the reserves that just wrapped up, it was New Lambton that got the job done. 6-0 also. Wins to 0. 4 goals in the 17s and 1 in the 14s. As Tomasone gets us underway again. One skims off the head of Wilson and out of play, so it will be a blue throw. And that has fallen fortuitously for Allen, who carries it in the penalty area. Allen is still going, and she's got another one, a tidy finish. And Allen has doubled her tally in just 5 minutes, and it's 2-0 in favour of the New Lambton Eagles. So again, lethal in front of goals was Lauren Allen for the second time already this afternoon. And she's moved to 29 goals this season. Can she get to 30 today? I don't know if I'd back against her at this rate. One doesn't quite get behind. So it's the Wolves that'll try and work something. That's a decent ball through for Brodie. Instead by Pepper and Wicks. Bit of interplay there. Now back to Day. Goes to her partner in crime across the back in Jenna Kennedy. And now given up to Gemma Simon, although she can't bring it under control. So that's Kate Heap that's ended up in the right back position today by the look of it for New Lambton. 6th time she's been named this season, her first start. And a break here again, maybe for New Lambton. Doesn't quite find its way across to Allen this time, though. Jenna Kennedy has to mop up here for the Eagles, and does. She goes back to her keeper. And gives it a nudge. We've got one that's come back from an offside position. Sophie Jones, I think it might have been. This is Pepper. Chips it over. Tupper was there to meet it. So there's a battle in the middle of the park now. Brody doesn't quite get to it for the Wolves. So back inside, Madison Thornton, who does manage to hold on to possession, although only momentarily. It's been turned over now, and New Lambton will look to break. Pepper, not quite enough on that one. So they clean up for now, the Wolves. Campbell. Taken off her by Brodigan, but she'll get the throw in again anyway. There's going to be Munro that will take the throw. Campbell meets it now. It's found its way through to Brodigan and then laid off. And maybe a chance here. It's not a bad ball in. Thomasano doesn't quite handle it cleanly. It's been knocked in. And it's Erin Wilson who pulls one back for the Wolves. Takes advantage of the scramble, sticks it in the roof of the net, and it's now 2-1. Inside the first 10 minutes, it's a goal fest at Alder Park. So our third restart already. Been a bit going on so far. It was a high-scoring affair when these two first met. It was New Lambton that came from behind to win it 4-3. But if they continue at this scoring rate, they're going to smash that one. Allen comes back to try and win it, but she can't do so for now. And giving it up again. It was hit up the park by Wicks. Thomasano with the goal kick. It's not going to be kept in by Wicks. And returned by Lisa Cochrane. Heads it out. And Cochrane again getting in the way of it. Wilson. And Gemma Simon now on the ball. She has a go herself. Body in the way. And Tomasone saves the corner. Jenna Kennedy, who got herself in the way of it. Nodded on. So Gemma Harrison is going to fetch this one for the Wolves. I'm going to try and squeeze it up that flank. I'm going to try and get the words out. This was Gemma Simon. Clash of bodies. We play on. Pepper looks to play the safe ball to Kate Heap. And Campbell sends one long. That's Jessica Sanderson is out to meet it well. And it's going to dribble all the way through to her opposite number. Not quite working there for Brodigan, and then it's cleared by Kennedy, who just decided anything would do. So it'll be a yellow throw. Taken quickly to Thornton, who draws the foul. What can they do here? Decent free kick all the way through to the keeper. Brody now on the ball. So we have sussed that out. It is Gabrielle Brody, in fact, back in her more standard 13. Allen with a little touch on, but it's a bit too light. Although they haven't cleared their lines yet. Andrews with a snapshot is blocked. Wilson with it back to goal, so Brody will help out. Smacks it up the park. And Wicks, not quite. Oh, Thornton asked the question, but the assistant decided that was last off yellow. That one is going to be kept in for now. So Day plays back to Tomasone. He returns the favour. Inventive from Brody, from it worked. Thornton's given it some flight. That's going to be awkward for the keeper to deal with. She does well enough. And it's my melancholy duty to inform you we haven't had a goal for 6 minutes now. Real barren spell. We might have one now because Andrew's been played in behind. Allen might get there first. No, keeper is there first. Jessica Sanderson hits it into safety. Relatively speaking, Wilson, he's got 3 to deal with. She copped a trip. In fact, she may have copped something else. She's staying down. fairly innocuous looking touch, although who knows what could happen if you get hit wrong angle or wrong spot. We hope this is not too serious, obviously. Hopping a wrist or something. So the Wolves are temporarily reduced to 10 as we get underway again. And Gemma Simon, no, she's going to leave it behind. He's going to come to it. She's going to face a challenge from Heap. He loses out in a 2 against 1 in the end. And they'll try and start something again now. Not quite Campbell. Though she's in the battle for battle. Heap has knocked it over the sideline. It's Tupper. And Jones. So there is Wilson, who is back on the pitch, which is good to see. And the long ball is a bit too long. There's Kennedy. Brodigan's going to try and run onto this one. I think that's last come off blue. Yeah, it is. We'll get a Wolves throw. Ashley Brodigan moved her tally to 29 goals last weekend when she got a hat-trick against Thornton. And Lauren Allen today has moved hers to 29 goals for the season with that very early brace. So if you have just joined us late, you probably missed 3 goals already. Lauren Allen in the opening minute and the 5th minute, and then Erin Wilson with a reply in the 10th for Southie. It's Erin Wilson again now, who rides a couple of challenges and then lays one off, but Gemma Simon's not going to run that one down. Heap. And Cochrane. And they've played their way out of trouble here. Wicks plays their way into trouble now. This is Wilson to Brody. Chips it over Wilson, and now it is with her. Who knocks it in the middle. It's blue shirts for now. It's Thornton vying for it, but it's actually going to be New Lambton come up with it. Now the Wolves again. And now Allen is on a run. Lauren Allen. He's run out of support here. And in the end, Alice Munro gets an important foot in. Don't know if Erin Wilson still looks that great. She looks like she still might be holding, has been holding that wrist anyway. We go on. As Andrews tried to turn but couldn't quite bring it under control. She may have another chance now. No, that's going to trickle through to Sanderson. Well, that was, yeah, Wicks climbing all over Wilson and gives up the free kick. Lofted into the area. Headed back out though. Wilson throws it in the mixer again. It's not a bad header. It's just wide of the post though. Brody with the throw. Now it's Andrews. Goes back to Kennedy. Flicked on well. Campbell sends Kate Heap on a run. Not quite. Put out a play by Gemma. No, I was about to say Gemma Harrison. Must have been touched on the way out because it's a yellow throw. To drive that one, Jenna Kennedy, facing her own goal, has ended up winning the throw for the Eagles. Which Kate Heap will duly take to the aforementioned Kennedy. He has to look back to Day, who's under pressure. Touches it around Tupper and then to Tomasano. Thought she might have found Pepper. In fact, she has, Emmeline Pepper. And Wicks was caught flat-footed, so Wilson swoops. And Brody again tried to touch it on, but not quite. Andrews tries to flick it on. Brody was well placed to deal with it. She's going to run it out here. And Pepper to Wicks from the throw. No fouls, the call. All right. Interesting. Brody sends it. It's going to roll all the way through. It looks like a pretty hard surface out there at Alder Park. So it's not likely to hold up in these conditions. So you see the sideline just in front of our Bar TV camera has been nice and hollowed out, as they are sometimes. Burns nods it on at, Day, and now it's Campbell, and then that's Andrews trying to make something of it, they might here. Needs a cross now. It doesn't get all the way across. This is the match of the round in round 20 of the Herald Women's Premier League from Alder Park on Bar TV Sports. And it's the hosts and the team already locked in as premiers, the New Lambton Eagles, that lead 2-1 at the moment against South Wallsend, who are looking to sneak their way up the ladder. As we said, the two sides just above them, Merriweather and Warners Bay, are also playing as we speak over at Myambla Crescent. Kennedy puts it out. I got touched on the way through. Back to Jenna Kennedy, who decides to try and take a couple on. There's Day well up to that one. Kenny heads it on. We've got a foul. Wilson, who's won it back now for South Wallsend. It's gone through to Price. And it's going to be a goal kick. Goes short to Kennedy. And Kate Heap has come up with it now on that far touchline. She can't keep it in though. Second time she's looked for a run now. So Kate Heap looking to get more involved in this one in an attacking sense. It's been given some flight. Day deals with it well. And then it's headed on to Andrews, who flicks it onto Campbell. Campbell's been knocked over. So Stacey Day to take the free kick. It's going to go straight through. It's spilt. Andrews stuck under her feet in the end. Couldn't capitalise on the error. So it's put back in the mix. Andrews with the header this time and not quite the direction on it. So let off for Southie. It's Andrews that's headed it on. Allen challenging for it now. It's Andrews who's retrieved it. And he's hit forward into safety by the Wolves defence. Stacey Day to Kennedy and back to Day, who looks for the through ball. Emmeline Pepper is going to have a shot of her own. Wide of the target. It's kept in play by Brodigan. Price has gone herring after it, but Day has dealt with it well and laid it off to Tomasone, who finds Kate Heap out on that sideline. Now she's giving it away. Gemma Simon. Still Simon, despite a couple of challenges. Cut back. No, it's going to be a free kick now. Got an extra ball of some sort on the field as well while all that was going on. Not sure what that was. Anyway, it looks like it's Ashley Brodigan who is going to take the free kick for South Wallsend. in a decent position to curl this one in and see if she can get a touch. A yellow shirt. That's what she does. It's in there. It's headed almost off the line, in fact, by, I think it was Day. Now Andrews. Look to try and run around the defence, although she's going to get run down here, so she has to check and hold it up. Look for an option, and she does find a blue shirt. Now Wicks, who plays it almost back into traffic, but they might get away with this one. Andrews is going to try and run this one down. Not quite. Here we go again, Allen. She's giving it away. Let's come back to the Eagles now. Wicks has to readjust and does. She gets it through Price. And Cochrane looking for the through ball. It's offside, so Campbell must have gone early there. I must admit, from this angle, it looked like she was fine, but we're probably not in the best position to adjudicate on such things. So she's on the ball again now, Campbell. Now, Heap. Misplaced ball, so Wolves will have a chance to try and make something of it, but they give it away. Sanderson is out to deal with this one. Tupper and Simon, but they can't quite bring it under possession. Andrews looks to lob it over for Allen, who fires it. Blazes it over. Tupper heads it forward, but it's met by Kennedy. Tupper again to Simon, then Brodigan. And then Brodigan is taken down fairly agriculturally. She's a little ginger when she gets to her feet. She wore that fairly well. So it is Southie's free kick. It's a lofted one into the area. Brody chips it in there again. And again it's headed back out. Pepper. Still Pepper. Wicks. Comes back in the middle of the park, but she gives it away to Brodigan, who'll try and carry it herself. And again, well, she's asking for the free kick, and she shall receive. That's probably basic, but I do like when the referee gives a free kick, even if the play doesn't actually go down. She was impeded. Three in the wall for the Eagles. And this one is going to go direct, and it's skimmed off the crossbar, in fact. Decent effort from Brodigan. I thought maybe it was a little too far out for that sort of thing, but it's only a few inches away from being a screamer. Helped on its way by Cochrane, but only to Wilson, who's also been hacked. And Brodigan trots back to the mark. What magic can she weave this time? I suspect this one's not going direct. It's headed clear. It's Thornton with an interesting effort, but she made Tomasone work. It's headed on by Andrews. It's Gemma Harrison that's flicked it back from whence it came, and with a bit of interest. So it's going to be a blue throw, which Heap will take. And there's a chase on here. Day, he's going to try to shields this for a keeper in the end, and then nearly takes her out. Interesting. Heap clatters into Simon, gets the free kick, throw in rather. Too much sun over here. Heap again. Andrews has dropped a bit deeper to try and make something happen. Now she pulls the trigger on it to Pepper. Harrison's going to leave that for Sanderson. Goes a long option again, as she has a few times. Kennedy, interesting effort, but gets to Heap in the end, so that's fine. Sophie Jones blocked. Simon will try and capitalise here. Gemma Simon drives it into the back of Day. Back of the head. Brody tries to take him on, but it's a heavy touch, so it's Wicks. Comes inside. Allen scored the first 2 goals of the match. He's in a very deep position. Wicks again. Willing to play with Pepper, who's given it up for now, but Wilson plays it back to her keeper. And gets it back. Ditto. And Brody keeps it in, but only for the benefit of Emmeline Pepper. It comes back to Jones, and now Wicks. Wicks does well to keep that. And in fact, sorry, that's Lisa Cochrane. But now it's Tupper. Cochrane plays a square ball all the way to Kate Heap. Decides to carry it herself. Sends Andrews wide. She might look for a cross here. She does, but it's too close to the keeper, who grasps it. He's done well there. It was dropping in front of her. We saw her spill one earlier. That'll be a confidence booster for her, though. And again, the long option. Again, it's going to roll and bounce all the way through. He said it was a hard pitch. It's going to happen a few times. We all of a sudden, we're into the final 5 minutes of the first stanza. And it's gone pretty quickly in the end after that frenetic opening. I thought we were in for a goal fest. It's all come down a bit now. Brodigan, can she do something? Simon got a touch on it, but it's blue shirts that have come up with it again. And Tara Andrews, who tries to find Allen, and she does. And Lauren Allen has taken herself a bit wide. It's Jones that's run into the centre of the park, but it's come back instead to Pepper, who just got there first, but Brodigan put her under enough pressure and they've turned it over. Simon Being forced back with the ball. And it's going to be a corner. Trying to dig into the memory bank. I think that might be even New Lambton equals first. And there may even be a super that's just come up that's going to make live that for me. I can't quite see a screen at the moment, but anyway. One way or another, it is a blue corner, and this would be a decent time to score in the last couple of minutes, a regular time in this first half. It's a bit short. Simon is there to meet it and to walk it out. Now she sends it. It's into the benches, just in front of the bowling club. Heap with it again. Dinks it in between to Cochrane, who's put it out now. Day. Wicks. Wilson brings it down, but Cochrane's come up with it again. Heap. Kennedy to Wicks. Allen has tried to flick that on. No, Brodigan. Options left and right. She goes left for Simon, but too much on it. Brodigan, yeah, push. Quickly, that was Andrews trying to flick it on for Toria Campbell. He's lost her footing. So we're into stoppage time now. Simon is in a battle with a couple of Eagles and gets a throw for it. Tupper with back to... Sorry, in fact, that may have even been Price. And that'll be the half. A half which began in dramatic fashion. There were goals everywhere in the opening minutes. Lauren Allen, in fact, in the very first, about 45 seconds in, found the back of the net, and she doubled the lead for the Eagles inside 5 minutes before Erin Wilson pulled one back for the Wolves. So as we go into the break at Alder Park, it's the New Lambton Eagles leading the South Wallsend Wolves 2-1 at Alder Park, live on Bar TV Sports, and we hope you can join us again for the second half in a few minutes' time. The Eagles girls have returned from the sheds and we're about to get underway in the second half of our feature match in round 20 of the Herald Women's Premier League on Bar TV Sports. It is the New Lambton Eagles leading the South Wallsend Wolves at the break at Alder Park. A goal separates them after Lauren Allen completed a brace inside 5 minutes, and then Erin Wilson pulled one back another 5 minutes after that. So we are somewhat finely poised as we head into the second 45 minutes here. So New Lambton already set as premiers for 2019, but looking to get back to winning ways after they went down to Warners Bay last week, and for South Wallsend, they can try and move themselves up the ladder because the top four is set, but not so much the order from second through fourth. Anyway, underway again at Alder Park. It's Alice Munro. It's knocked forward now. It's the Wolves who are trying to craft something now. It's Brodigan. No, it's evaded her. And now it's a free kick for New Lambton. To the extent that I can quickly scan them, it looks like certainly South Wallsend looks like they are as they finish the first half. I think the Eagles as well. We'll just keep an eye out for any changes at the moment. It looks fine for now. It's Kennedy and Cochrane playing it between themselves at the moment. And now carried almost into the yellow half. Lauren Allen is going to look for a cutback here, is she? No. Defence gets back. And the Cuppers. So we are back in play, and with the Eagles trying to work something. They're going to look back now and start again. Stacey Day. It's Cochrane. Comes all the way to Campbell. Toria Campbell. Kate Heap. Who's continued the run. It's not quite going to get through though. It was Alice Munro who took that one down. So now it's Day. And Wicks. It's Day again, who just touches back to her keeper, Imogene Tomasone. And Allen has been released here. Lauren Allen, it's 2-on-1 at the back. Lauren Allen just loses control of it slightly, and Gemma Harrison smacks it over the goal line. So we will have a corner for New Lambton. Corner's delivered. It was off the head of Stacey Day. And it's going to be a goal kick, which Jessica Sanderson will take. Given up now. Campbell tried but was blocked, so it's been released. That's actually, looks like Tomika Fuller has come on, in fact, at half time. So there's one change anyway. Gabrielle Brodie who's trying to keep it in, but she's given it up now. Andrews comes back to nab it off them. Heap is sent on a run. Kate Heap, she's going to take her on. And then a little flick, Andrews, not quite. Nearly. So now the Wolves are going to try and play their way out of trouble here. Alice Munro is going to take on her opposite fullback. She's going to take the throw in now to Gemma Simon, who tried to find Brodigan and instead picked out Tomasone. A little bit of head tennis in the middle of the park, and then Harrison chips it forward. Tupper, who's dispossessed, has gone to Campbell. Looks back in the middle, and now the little 1-2 doesn't get to her though. Harrison intercepted it. She's going to try and release Brodigan, who looks for the ball over but just skews it. Got a free kick for the Wolves. Just trying to work out who Fuller might have come for, but Brodigan's on, Tupper's on. I think I've seen Madison Thornton. Might be Melanie Price. Anyway, it's chipped in by Harrison. It's dangerous. It's now lobbed over. Well, that was close for the Wolves. They're not out of this by any stretch. It's the last time these two sides met. It was a 1-1 draw out at Walker Fields back in round 13. And only one goal separated them in round 6 at this venue when New Lambton came from behind. 3 late goals to win at 4-3. It's Brodie, Fuller, half-time substitute, Brodigan. She might have been caught in two minds there, but anyway, it's through to Tomasone. It's going to heave ho. Munro meets it. Contested ball. Had it on. Laura Burns tried to come up with it. It is the Wolves with it though, with their keeper Jessica Sanderson. And Munro wasn't ready for that. It's Heap. Madison Thornton is going to try and shield it. It's not going to get out though. And Jones is going to hassle her for it and does win it. And does get the cross in. It's evaded the keeper. It's evaded everyone in the end. It's going to be a goal kick. So, yeah, Sanderson didn't even get a touch on that one. Take two. This one gets a bit further. And Sophie Jones that couldn't keep it in. So again, we'll go for a goal kick. And this time it comes into plenty of space. Alice Munro will be able to walk it up a fair way. And she finds Gemma Simon. Dinks back inside her marker, but now they've given it away. Andrews sends one in behind. Sanderson is at well. Beats Allen to it. And Allen's offside. That one was headed on by Toria Campbell, who's going to give herself some work to do. And Simon all but shields that one out. The result's the same in the end. On by Cochrane, but it's come to yellow again. Burns smacks it across the field. Brody keeps it in play, but she's given it away. It's Wicks. And Cochrane. And Jones. And Tara Andrews will go to one on the keeper and lobs it over her. And it's going to trickle in. And Tara Andrews has restored the 2-goal buffer with her 40th goal of the campaign. And now it's New Lambton 3, South Wallsend 1. So a milestone goal for Tara Andrews, who consolidates her position as the leading goal scorer in the 2019 Herald Women's Premier League. And it's a 2-goal game again at Alder Park. Munro. Concedes the freebie. Stacey Day to take the free kick for New Lambton. Solid header. Managed to get it all the way back to halfway. It's Day again. Over to Wicks, who tried to go around Tupper but couldn't. So she sends Fuller on a run. Tomika Fuller. And it's going to be a goal kick in the end. I think the ref was waiting for a call for this system. I'm not sure if it came. So someone's going to try and take control in the middle of the park. It is the Eagles now. That's helped on its way. Campbell to Heap. And back to Campbell. Working well in tight spaces, but now it's Harrison that breaks it up. New Lambton will try and recycle here. Kate Heap. Cochrane sends it through, but caught out there, so it's all the way through to Sanderson. Again, Harrison. Gemma Simon to Brodigan. No way through Kate Heap there. Munro. Brody. Chips it in there. Tupper. She waited too long. Been taken off her. Tara Andrews. He looks up, looks forward, tries to release Allen. But again, that's all the way through the keeper. And Brody sends it long to Day. Now Wicks cops a shove. We go on though. Jones. Allen. That was intended for Campbell. It's going to get through to her in the end. Toria Campbell, who has a shot of her own, and it's into the side netting. Munro. And Harrison. Go all the way across to Brody. Guess we'll call it coast to coast, but it's gone east to west. It's still Brody. Gabrielle Brody draws a throw. Allen comes up with it. And she's going to try and run through them. Lauren Allen will go to goal. Can she get a third? No, it's well stopped by Sanderson. Munro to Gemma Simon. So you think Sanderson has kept the Wolves in it there. Burns heads it on. Cochrane. Back to Heap. And then Day. Kennedy rather to Day. Allen again, headed back. I'm not sure if that was the intent. It's the Wolves now. Burns with a daisy cutter, but the Eagles intercept it. Kennedy. Into Tomasone. And that's Day. To a fellow centre-back. Who sends one long and again Sanderson has to come out, and she's able to wait for it to roll into the area. It's Cochrane who got the head on it to Campbell, now Andrews. And then Allen, can she get the hat-trick this time? She sure can. Lauren Allen has 3. So it's 3 for Lauren Allen. It's 3 that's the margin now. Had to wait a bit longer to add to the brace. So she's gone in the 1st minute, the 5th minute, and the 64th minute now. And it looks like the Eagles might be running away with this one now. Gemma Simon tries to take on Kate Heap, who's done well. It's been a solid performance from her in her first start of the season. Munro will take the throw in. It'll get through to Gemma Simon, who gets the cross in. It's gone behind them, so there's a turn from Thornton. That was blocked. Fuller couldn't quite get it out from under her feet. It's gone across the goal now. It's going to be a corner. It's Jenna Kennedy with the last touch. Aaron Wilson, he's scored Southie's only goal so far, will take the corner. It's Tara Andrews who's back to help out. Now, Georgia Ames. First time I've called her today, so she must have been a half-time sub as well, in fact. Laura Burns. Too many laws. She puts it out of play. Got here. It's a mess. Georgia a mess, that is. Simon, who flicked it on, it's gone over Cochrane, in fact, so South Wallsend will try and capitalise. It's been bombed forward. Kennedy has a bit of work to do here. She's under plenty of attention from Tomika Fuller. Gemma Simon has it now, gets around Heap. Doesn't get around the second defender, though, and now Kate Heap has it and can trot it up the park if she wants. She goes more directly to Allen, though, who then leaves it as they try and work something. Andrews is going to help it on. Now it comes to Allen. Georgia a mess. Oh, could have only been half a step. It was tight. Simon. And again, Heap breaks it up. She's been really good today, in fact. Munro to Simon from the throw. And she's given it away now under pressure from Lauren Allen. I've done it again. Lauren Allen. I'll get it out eventually. It's coming straight for us. Harrison chips it forward. Day is going to be able to block Fuller from getting to that. Free kick, which I assume, yeah, push in the back. It's to a mess. And then Allen. And it's back to Allen. She'll look to make the pass. Well, I think it was a cross. It's gone over the crossbar in the end. Georgia Armes, Simon that's taken it off her now. Although they've won it back with some pressure there. So it's intended for Campbell, who does win it. Toria Campbell will look up and assess her options. It's come back for Armes, who's ended up in a bit of a tangle, but she might have another go now. No. To Tupper, and now the Wolves walk it out through. Sent forward now. Fuller. She gets herself into a bit of a tangle as well. And the Eagles have it. And Stacey Day, who's managed to put... And a mess is offside again. Sanderson's out to meet it. We're going to play on, though. Instead, flag did go up, but we'll keep going. Burns, Harrison, and Wilson. It's a free kick, in fact. So Erin Wilson, looks like the calls that she's taken player first. So again, it's Stacey Day to take the free kick. All the way into the area. Line's not quite cleared yet. It's an interesting overhead. Sanderson doesn't grasp it cleanly. It's going to be a corner. It was Tara Andrews that was in the way of her. Lisa Cochrane. It's Lisa Cochrane, now that he finds his microphone again, that's going to take this corner. And comes in Sanderson again. No, not quite at the second attempt. She spilt it again. It's still... No, it's a corner. I thought it might have still been in play, but the assistant has indicated that it has rolled out again. So Cochrane will have another go. And again, Kipper missed it. And it's a scramble. It's Sanderson who comes up with it in the end. A couple that had a go at it. I think it was Day and Campbell had a lash, but they couldn't quite get the contact they wanted. Is it long? It's over the head of Wicks, so she's got to turn and adjust, and runs it past Fuller. There are just too many bodies to get through there, although they're going to come up with it again through Jenna Kennedy. Cochrane's come back now. Allen, Kate Heap. And Andrews, well, it worked out in the end, a mess. Allen cries for offside, but she's allowed to play on. It's gone across the keeper, but there was one there in the nick of time. Might have been Brody. Gemma Simon now sends it on its way to Tupper. He's lost it now. It's Jenna Kennedy. Walks it into the middle of the park. She's still going, and now she releases. Now it's a mess, but it's through to Sanderson. There's Campbell, is in a battle with a couple. Andrews has come up with it. Tried to slip Allen through, but it doesn't get past Harrison. And now she's in a battle with Andrews again. Goes to Cochrane. It's Harrison who nodded it forward again. Gemma Simon. He's been in a near constant battle with Kate Heap during this half. Munro forward. Brodigan was in a tangle there with Campbell. We go on. Stacey Day. Nearly gets run down by Fuller. Now it's Wicks. And this is Andrews. He's playing a more withdrawn position in the second half. Maybe a slight shuffle given that MS has come on. It's Campbell again. It's going to go to the keeper, Sanderson, who had to push it out. It's off the crossbar now. And Well, it's inventive, but it's gone in, and it's going to stand. And it's Georgia a mess. They're asking the question about dangerous play, but it's going to count. It's some inventive play from Georgia a mess, and she's got herself on the score sheet now, and it's 5-1. Well, still trying to plead their case, but it's futile now. It's 5-1, and we're underway again for the final quarter of an hour of regular time at least. Georgia a mess. That was spectacular. Gabrielle Brodie has run into a brick wall now. Now Jones, she's given it away to Fuller, but she's given it away. She might try and come up with it again. In fact, that's Gemma Simon, sorry. Gemma Simon. Freya Clifton has ended up on the park now as well, I've just seen. Andrews, again back to help out. Try and turn defence into attack. Not with this one, though. They're going to do it the hard way, although Allen has come up with it now. And she's given it away, and she's got it back. Andrews. Playing more of a number 10 role at the moment. We have rung the changes now because Talia Gosnar is on, and she's on the ball now. Back to Heap. Gosnar keeps it in, does well. Kate Heap again. She's drawn a corner. So again, it's Cochrane on this eastern side to take, roughly eastern, to take the corner this time. Solid header. It's met, it's blasted by Pepper. She couldn't keep it down. Simon's going to do well to keep that in. She's not in the end. Heap takes the throw. Simon's come up with it again. Just back to Munro. And lobs it forward to Fuller. It's knocked over. Harrison to Simon. And back to Harrison. Day. Still Day. Wicks. Giving it away now, Sanderson. Andrews was there and a mess was still offside. So Sanderson didn't have to worry about her. This is Brodie, who manages to keep possession. And they come up with it again. Clifton helps it on its way. But Day is going to shield it out. A bit more in this one now, by the look of it. It's Cochrane. It's Pepper and Andrews. a mess. Scorer of the most recent goal. The Wolves have it now. Although they're under pressure with it. Brodie doesn't keep it in. Allen trying to head it on. There was no one there with her. Simon. To Brodie. Simon again. After a bit of interplay with Brodigan. She's gone all the way across now. And Thornton. Stacey Day will collect for the Eagles. And a mess is through if she can keep it in. Flag stayed down. She's going to have time to walk it towards goal. Georgia a mess. Allen is coming in. It's behind her. It was Harrison that got a foot in the end. But still, second bite of the cherry for the Eagles maybe. Andrews has made some room for herself. Tara Andrews slots it. And it's 6-1 now. Tara Andrews has her second of the afternoon. And her 41st of the season, no less. And it's a real hiding now. Gemma Simon goes back to Madison Thornton. It's Brodigan, who's ridden a couple of challenges. It's a lash from distance. It's not going to trouble Imogen Tomasone. Kennedy goes direct to Allen. He sees off one challenge, but not the second. Simon with a chip over, looking for Brodigan. A bad ball. Wicks is going to put it over the goal line, her own goal line. So it'll be a corner for the Wolves, who are going to stay fourth now, regardless of what's going on over in Merriweather between Merriweather and Warners Bay. Third hosting second in that match this afternoon. Corner does come in. It's helped on its way through, but then it's just over the top of Eliza Tupper, who will try to recycle for the Wolves. She tried to find some room for herself, but Kennedy was there, and then Heap puts it out of play. Simon gets it through to Tupper this time, who'll look for the cutback into the gracious arms of Tomasone. They've given this one away now. And the Eagles will attack again. A mess. Pepper. Wicks that's got forward, I think. A mess. Got under it. Allen. Not this time. Andrews got in the way of that. It's going to be a goal kick for the yellow and reds. Yeah. Well, that'd be in Spanish. Roji amarillas, red and yellows. We've got another change. I haven't actually caught who's gone off or who's come on. It was a quick one. It's Thornton trying some tricks. She's going to get a throw in for her work. Moved forward. Fuller brings it under control. She's going to try and take a couple on, but Kennedy positions herself well. This is Brody. He's walked away in the middle. Whoa. Okay. We are going to go on. So it's going to be Allen. In fact, it's going to be a throw. It was Alice Munro who met that. Heap takes the throw. Tupper. Munro. They're giving it away now. Brodigan does come up with it in the end. After that little battle with Andrews. And that's a free kick as well. Harrison knocks it long. Simon get on the end of it. No, she can't. So any goal will just be a consolation now for South Wallsend, who, at this rate, are going to meet the Eagles a couple more times in the finals. Two-legged semis, first versus fourth rather, second versus third in a couple of weeks' time. We've got one premiership round to go. Mess is in behind again. She's got some attention from some defenders this time. Brody, it's a tangle. Free kick will go the way of the Yellows. Not sure about that one. Anyway, referee was closer. His call. Ashley Brodigan gets an early mark. That should be the all the subs done, I think. Ashley Brodigan, who toiled particularly in the first half, but no reward for her today. Heap gets a header on it. Simon does beat Heap this time, but only as far as Kennedy, and now it is Kate Heap. Ironically named, but she's had a big impact on the game today. Munro takes a throw. That was Gosner across. So Munro will have it again. Cochrane has got a foot in. She's worked hard today as well. Tara Andrews. Cochrane again. Wicks. Gives it away to Tupper. He tries to put Simon in behind, but Heap is there again to clean up. Probably been actually the main change to the starting 11 today was the addition of Kate Heap. And she's been worthy of the start in that right back position. It's Eliza Tupper who trots over to the corner flag. It's a low one. It's flicked in and then it's cleared by... It's Allen who's back now, so... It's Georgia Ames who's being kept at the top of the tree for the Eagles. Simon with Gosner right up her back. And again, it's Kate Heap, and it's actually going to be a goal kick. As we move into stoppage time in the second half at Alder Park. And the penultimate premiership round of the Herald Women's Premier League is drawing to a close. And this clash between first versus fourth. And the Eagles still going after another one. Ames will not be able to keep the ball in the field of play. It's Cochrane waits for it. Plays a safe ball. It goes back to the defenders. And Day sends it long. Allen helps it on its way. Andrews, a mess. And Tara Andrews, a little dink. Allen. And that's going to be the last play of the game. So New Lambton back into winning form, and in emphatic fashion at that. It was Lauren Allen that got us underway with less than a minute on the clock, and she had a brace with less than 5 minutes on the clock. Erin Wilson pulled one back in the 10th minute, and that's the way it stayed until the break. And it was Tara Andrews in the 57th. Lauren Allen completed the hat-trick in the 64th. An inventive effort, a spectacular effort from Georgia Ames made it 5-1 before Andrews made it the half dozen. So full-time at Alder Park. It's the New Lambton Eagles 6, the South Wallsend Wolves 1. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage on Bar TV Sports this afternoon, and we'd love to have you joining us again soon. On behalf of all the crew, I'm Daniel Herrera. We thank you for tuning in, and we hope you have a great Sunday night. Bye for now.